Yeah, hi there. These comments are for MZW, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you completed independent writing practice test number 28. And I am reading your essay right now, so let's see what we have. So first of all, you have in here, you have your, right? So it says in your neighborhood. That means when you're writing, you're using I, maybe me, maybe my, maybe mine. This is what's called the first person singular point of view. So there's no need to continue on with the your point of view, because the writing prompt is asking your opinion about your neighborhood, right? Okay, let's see what we have here. The problem is you talk about noise at the end, and I wouldn't bring it up here, because the purpose of your introduction is to state some general ideas first, right? You want to go from the beginning of your introduction is more general, and then you're moving, I think, to more specific ideas when you get near the end of the essay. But what you did, you talk about noise in the first and second line. You also talk about noise in the last line. So you start off with a specific idea, you end with a specific idea, right? So then you have to start off with maybe some general statements and see if I can give you an idea what you can do here. So you might say, you can say, so we'll start off with a general idea first. So, residents of almost any neighborhood enjoy going home to relax after a long day at work or school, so of course these residents seek entertainment one way to reduce stress is to watch movies. However, will residents like to have a movie theater built close to where they live? See, this is what I'm saying, is you start off with general. So residents of almost any neighborhood enjoy going home to relax after a long day at work or school. Then you say, of course, these residents seek entertainment and help them forget about the stresses in their lives. And one way to reduce stress is to watch movies. However, will residents like to have a movie theater built close to where they live? Then we get to what you said here. So if a theater, I'm going to say here, just is, if a theater is built in my neighborhood, I'm going to just say future tense, I will feel angry because a theater so we need to straighten out some of these are parallel structure problems. With the block secured thing, I didn't know what you're trying to say here. I'm going to go to the next paragraph. Can influence my block secure because movement facilities can increase your criminal risk. I'm going to just say may increase crime. I think that's what you're trying to say. So I will feel angry because the theater may increase crime. Let's make it a really assertive argument. It will increase crime, will dirty the streets, and create unwanted noise for my neighbors and me. Everyone cannot stand these three problems. I'm going to say here for very long. So a movie theater should not be built in near my neighborhood. There we go. So let's take a look at what we've done so far. Alright, so let's take a look at the first paragraph one more time now. Unfortunately, I cannot rewrite your entire essay. It would probably take me 2 hours, but what I do want to do is I will help you with the first sentence of each of your body paragraphs so you can see some changes that you can make to better your writing. So again, here's what we said. Remember, you started off talking about noise. I didn't do that. I start off talking about things generally. Why? Because in a paragraph, especially in the introduction, you want to start off with some general ideas and then get more specific when you get near the end. Residents of almost any neighborhood enjoy going home to relax after a long day at work or school. Of course, these residents seek entertainment to help them forget about the stresses in their lives. One way to reduce stress is to watch movies. However, will residents like to have a movie theater built close to where they live? This is my hook here. So I use the question to get the reader's interest. And then I get very specific here. If a theater is built in my neighborhood, I will feel angry because a theater will increase crime, will dirty the streets, and create unwanted noise for, I should say here, my neighbors and me. Everyone can't stand these three problems for very long, so a movie theater should not be built near my neighborhood. You have a theater is built in your neighborhood can influence. The problem is you have is build and can influence. You have two different verbs in there. That's not good sentence structure. Now if you said this, building So you say building a movie theater in your neighborhood. And this is one of the reasons I have to score you lower, is the word block secure. I'm honest, the meaning is not clear. So I'm going back to what we said in the thesis. Building a new movie theater in, I'm going to put my neighborhood. Will increase crime. Then put, because amusement facilities can increase the criminal risk by attracting too many people. Okay, I'm going to just leave it alone there. Let's go to the next one. The same thing, you're repeating the same sentence structure errors over and over and over. Notice you have a theater is built is. It doesn't work. You can't have more than one verb in the main part of the sentence. Then you might say, we'll say here, building in my neighborhood So then we have that. Put your word also there to connect it back to the previous idea. So we have this sentence. Building a new movie theater in my neighborhood will also cause the streets to be dirty with trash. This is good. A theater will maybe here use a transition word, finally. A theater will bring too much noise if it is built in my neighborhood. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Remember that I'm not correcting all of the errors in your essay. They're everywhere. You have many, many problems. I'm just showing you some examples of a few things that you can do to make it a little bit better than it is. And then the final one, you say there are more disadvantages than profits. No, profits means money. You can't use it like that. Just use the same word pretty much except positive. So in conclusion, there are more disadvantages than advantages if a theater is built in my neighborhood because no one can stand dirty, risky, and noise constantly. So what is your first point in the second paragraph? Okay, so crime. Your second point has to do with dirt, right? Crime, dirt, and I would say here constant noise. Okay, so those are some changes I would make. So the next question is, what is your score? What would you get here? So on this one, you can't score in the 3 range. Too many problems. So I think this one is you have numerous problems with inappropriate word choice or word forms. You have a large number of errors in sentence structure or usage. These are the 2 reasons of why you're scoring 2.0 out of 5 on this one. So your score is 2.0 out of 5, 14 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. Now, if you go to the syllabus, if you go to page 7 in the syllabus, We have to see what your score is in grade. So 2.0 out of 5. You have 64 points out of 100. Your writing, simply, you have lost control pretty much over your sentence structure and vocabulary. So you have to do better with that. You remember that block secure thing? That was a translation error. You knew what you wanted to say in your first language, but you could not frame it and explain it in English. That's a big problem, right? So you have to do a lot right now, do a lot of reading, watch the news at night. The best thing you can do, honestly, is to speak English as much as you can, and you will develop a better command over the language. Having said that, I think that you can benefit if you go to the grammar part of my course. Start going through those grammar lessons. That's probably the most important thing you can do right now over the next month. All right? Anyway, thank you very much for completing this practice test.